We're live. Yep. Okay, so let's begin our match today between Pod P and Pod F. Well, I've done this once now, so you know how the matches work and how the rules work and all those fun things. So we don't have to go through any of that, certainly not the people who shout out things.
Yeah,
And people say, yeah, I'm saying Jesus. Custom number one is in social studies history. He called Birmingham, Alabama, the most thoroughly segregated in the United States while he was jailed there in April 1963. Whose letter from that jail said, oppressed people cannot remain oppressed forever, and injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Wilson. King is correct. Martin Luther King. Math, general math, 30 seconds, you need your pencil. Calculate the value of 16 to the third power. Sharon? Incorrect. Colson?
48.
Incorrect. The third power would be like 16 with the little exponent of 3. You're taking 16 times 16 times 16. So 3 of them. Language arts literature. The 1669 story, The Adventures Simplicissimus, is considered the first great novel in what European language that also gave us the original versions of The Never-Ending Story and Wilhelm Meister's Apprenticeship. Colson. Incorrect. Right answer was German. Buzz in, guess the country, guess the language. Science, life science. Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, Russian Tsar Peter II, and France's King Louis XV all died of what rashy disease caused by the virus variola major that was eradicated in 1980, but is now considered a possible weapon of bioterrorism. True. Incorrect. Correct answer is smallpox. Fine arts music. The major key of C flat has more flats without using a double flat than any other major key. Give that number of flats, which results in every single note with an alphabet letter for its name being played as a flat. Find every single alphabet letter, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7 flats. Math algebra, 30 seconds. Grab your pencil. More math, here we go. Integer x is 12 greater than integer y. Find integer x if integer y is 5 times 28. Jared. That's correct. Yeah. Let's sit down though so I can check and make sure I didn't move the camera out of the way. And if she's watching you, she just got to hear you tell that story too. These are great. So Jeremy was correct. It was 152. We are 5, 10, 10. Language arts vocabulary. As a verb, it means to harshly criticize a movie or to move a video camera to get a wide angle shot. Give this 3-letter word that as a noun is a flat, open container to fry things in. True. Pan. Science, physical science. It can be subdivided as a colloid, a suspension, or a solution. Give this term for any substance that can be separated into its components by physical means like filtering or boiling. Right there. That time, correct answer is a mixture. Miscellaneous sports, every other year, including 2017. This sport's top women players compete in the Solheim Cup as teams from either the U.S. or Europe. Name this sport. Jared. Incorrect. Name this sport. Olsen. Incorrect. Name this sport whose Solheim team captains for 2017 are former top players Julie Inkster and Annika Sorenstam, and it was golf. Social studies geography. Though nicknamed Clinton's Ditch for New York Governor DeWitt Clinton, it made a huge contribution to the wealth and importance of Albany and Buffalo. Give the 2-word term for this waterway, completed in 1825, that is the setting for an old song about a mule named Sal. James. Erie Canal is correct. Language arts literature. His 50-foot statue at the Trees of Mystery in Northern California stands next to a giant blue ox. Name this hero of many tall tales. Reagan? Paul Bunyan is correct. Science, general science. In 1982, a team led by William DeVry of University of Utah implanted an artificial one of these into a patient named Barney Clark, who survived with it for 112 days. Name this human organ. Syncardia artificial variety now contains drivers that monitor blood flow to each ventricle. True. Heart is correct. Fine arts, art. He has been played on film by Jared Harris, Crispin Glover, David Bowie, and Guy Pearce. Name this 20th century pop artist from Pittsburgh, who once said, in the future, everyone will be famous, but only for 15 minutes. That time was Andy Warhol. Who only did the painting of the family role. Let's see, score update. We are at 20 to 40. Social studies history. Its survivors, including Molly Brown, were rescued by the crew of the Carpathia in 1912. Dates. Titanic is correct. Identified as both the largest passenger ship of its time and was virtually destroyed by hitting an iceberg. Math, geometry, you do not need your pencil. This figure consists of a polygon-shaped base and an apex, with the edges of the base forming a set of triangular faces when combined with the apex. Name this solid figure, used as an architectural model by ancient Egyptians. True. Pyramid. Language arts spelling. Spell the name of the sharp-bladed agricultural tool traditionally held by the Grim Reaper. Spell scythe. Bryson. Bryson Laboratory. Incorrect. Drew. Incorrect. Scythe. Science help. This most reactive of all chemical elements is a yellow-green gas at room temperature. Name this chemical element whose reduced form is often added to municipal water supplies and toothpaste to help prevent tooth problems. Jared. Incorrect. That's time. The correct answer is fluorine. Fluoride is an element, and it's specifically one of the elements. So fluoride is the question. Right idea. Miscellaneous movies. His 22 Academy Awards were mostly for cartoons or short subject documentaries. Identified as American entrepreneur, famous today for his movie studio and 2 theme parks that bear his Reagan. That's correct. Walt Disney. Social studies civics. His tombstone says that he wrote the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom and founded the University of Virginia. Name this man who also wrote the Declaration of Independence. Jared. Incorrect. Bryson.
Yep.
Jefferson is correct. Math, general math, grab your pencils. Give the sum of 20% of 90 and 80% of 40. That time, the correct answer is 50. 20% of 90 was 18, 80% of 40 was 32. You add them together. Language arts grammar. Identify the figure of speech most prominent in the following sentence. The tractor coughed and belched dark black smoke. True? That's correct. Giving it qualities that a person would have. Cough and belch. Toss up. Our last toss up before our break is in science, earth science. The gravitational pull on this object in our solar system is about 2.5 times that of Earth's. Name this gas giant planet. True? Jupiter is correct, around which the moons Ganymede and Callisto revolve. As we are going to take our minute halftime break, we are at 40 to 80. Stand up, stretch, your minute break. I'm going to remind the pulses and the writings, make sure you're only giving last names on your answers, just in case you never know.
I knew it was monster instead of declaration of independence. Also, I knew that because I was born in, I also knew that because I was born in.
Well, then it's a good thing you got it right.
If I got it wrong. Well, it would be bad, because he's looking at it, he looked at it.
How's your laps doing, James? Good. Okay, you have 10 seconds left for them.
Tiring?
Watch that cord. That's a little scary. You should speed up. You dizzy now? Have you done a couple laps in the other direction to like balance it out? Okay. Can we move into then our bonus questions? So remember, these are 4 questions all themed around the same topic. And our first one is in science, physical science. Identify these physical science terms. Number 1, the amount of matter in an object. Drew, mass is correct. Number 2, a change in the velocity of an object over time. Correct answer is acceleration. Number 3, the tendency of an object to remain at rest. Correct answer is inertia. And number 4, the type of energy created by something in motion. Drew, called kinetic energy, correct. Miscellaneous 4 parts in consumer economics. Melissa went shopping for a prom dress. Identify these steps in her quest. Number 1, she used this process by seeing a dress she liked, putting some money down, and asking the store to hold it for 30 days until she could pay the rest. Time is called layaway. Part 2, when she picked up the dress, it was missing buttons. The store took 20% off the price, and she agreed to fix it herself. Give the term for the 20% that the store took off. Jared. Discount. Number 3, after she got home, she found a dress on the internet she liked better. When she tried to return her original dress, she could only get this type of refund that would let her buy something else there later. Olson? Incorrect. Time is called store credit. Number 4, when her internet dress arrived, she had to pay COD, which means this. Jared? Incorrect. I like it. Correct answer is cash on delivery. Social studies, 4 parts in geography. Name these provinces of Canada from their capital cities. Number 1, St. John's. Correct answer is Newfoundland. Part 2, Charlottetown. Wilson. Incorrect. Correct answer is Prince Edward Island. Number 3, Fredericton. Correct answer is New Brunswick. And number 4, Halifax. Correct answer is Nova Scotia. We don't know a lot about Canada. How about let's try language arts, 4 parts in literature. Number 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Give the first names of these characters. So this is weird because it's asking for the first name. Number 1. He rescues the dog named Shiloh from an abusive owner. Colson. Incorrect? Correct answer is Marty. Number 2, Tom Sawyer's half-brother. Colson. What? No. Correct answer is Sid. Number 3, this Judy Blume character wrote to God. Correct answer on that one is Margaret. And number 4, he is the son of Atticus and the brother of Scout. And correct answer is Jem. Let's do some math. We do not need your pencil. Tell the number that is the base in each of these number systems. Number 1, decimal. True. 10 is correct, yep. Number 2, binary. Reagan. 2. Binary, there's 2 of them. Number 3, octal. Sharon. Incorrect. Reagan. 8, octal, like octagon. And then number 4, hexadecimal. Drew? Incorrect. Colson? 16. Science 4 parts in health. Answer these about nutrition and digestion. Number 1, most chemical digestion occurs in this organ of the body. True. Incorrect. Wilson? Incorrect. The small intestine. Number 2, of the 6 basic human nutrients, this one is always a liquid. Wilson? Water. Number 3, this unit of energy comes from food. Drew? Incorrect. At time, it's a calorie. So not what type of energy, but the unit. Number 4, this nutrient in pasta, bread, and rice is an excellent source of energy. Colson? Incorrect. Your team already buzzed in. Correct answer is a carbohydrate. Let's see. 70, 120. Closing in on that. Fine arts, art. Answer these about art. Number 1, this museum contains Da Vinci's Mona Lisa. Drew? Incorrect. Famous art museum, the Louvre. Number 2, this American painter created Nighthawks. Drew. Incorrect. Colson? Not American. Those were Italian. It was Edward Hopper. In what country was Pablo Picasso born? James? Incorrect. Reagan? Spain. This Italian building contains Michelangelo's fresco, The Last Judgment. Time, it's the Sistine Chapel. This big painting up on the ceiling. Social Studies history identify these U.S. presidents from the years they were in office. Number 1, 1797 to 1801. Colson?
Jefferson.
Incorrect. You already buzzed in. Correct answer was John Adams. Number 2, 1981 to 1989. Colson?
Clinton.
Incorrect. Drew? Nope, Ronald Reagan. Number 3, 1861 to 1865. James? Incorrect. Bryson? That one was Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, I thought that wasn't sure.
Number 4, 1901 to 1909. Time. Always just guess the president. It was Teddy Roosevelt. Language arts, 4 parts in vocabulary. Give these 3-letter words. Number 1, extreme anger or rage. Reagan? Nope. Your team already buzzed in. Correct answer is ire. Number 2, a promise made during a wedding. True. Incorrect. Colson.
Vow.
A vow. 3 letters, sir.
Oh, really? Right, yeah.
Yeah. A vow. Number 3, a church bench. Time, it's a pew. Number 4, to compete for a title or honor. Time, vie, V-I-E. The closing is 80 to 120. Gap is narrowing here. Math, 4 parts in geometry. We'll have some pencil work to do here. Answer these about triangles. Number 1, 2 angles in a triangle. Reagan? Incorrect. Your team already buzzed in. 2 angles in a triangle are 78 degrees and 39 degrees. What is the 3rd angle? Time. Triangle adds up to 180 degrees. You just had to subtract from 180. The answer was 63 degrees. Number 2, what type of triangle has angles of 30 degrees, 80 degrees, and 70 degrees? Drew. Acute triangle. Number 3, this type of triangle could have angles measuring 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Reagan. Incorrect. Your team already buzzed in.
Yeah, I realize that.
That's time. If 2 of them are 30 and 60, the remaining angle has to be 90. So that means it was a right triangle. Number 4. The sides of a particular triangle are all integers. If 2 sides are 8 inches and 12 inches, give the minimum length of the third side. The third side would have to be at least 5 inches. Science general science. Give these science terms. Number 1, an explanation supported by experimental results. True. Incorrect. Reagan? Incorrect. Theory. Number 2, the mass per unit volume of a material. Drew? Density. Number 3, this geologic era began with the Cambrian period and ended with a mass extinction. Drew? Incorrect. Colson?
Ice.
Incorrect. It's called the Paleozoic era. Number 4, the fourth state of matter, besides solid, liquid, and gas. True. Correct. Plasma. Number 12, language arts, 4 parts in literature. Identify these categories of writing. Number 1, writing that deals with facts, including biography and history. Reagan. Nonfiction. Number 2, writing in rhythm and rhyme. Reagan. Poetry. Number 3, a simple story using animals to teach. Drew? Fable. Number 4, a tale that isn't as long. Reagan? Incorrect. A tale that isn't as long as a novella. You already got in. Correct answer is a short story. And we got a little aggressive on that one. We are now at 100 and 160. Number 13 is in social studies, 4 parts in economics. Name the paper money, sometimes referred to by these slang terms. Number 1, a Benjamin. James. That's correct. Number 2, a deuce. Closest.
50.
Incorrect. That's time. It's a $2 bill. Number 3, a fin. Bryson?
$5.
$5 bill. And number 4, a sawbuck. Bryson,
$10.
$10 bill. Miscellaneous 4 parts in popular culture. Name the animated movies with these characters. I will just point out that this is from 2017. Some of these movies have had sequels made since then. Don't give the name of a sequel. Does that make sense? Number 1, Edith, Lucy, and Gru. James. Incorrect. Reagan. Despicable Me. I would have taken it had I not just given you the clue of don't give the name of sequels. Because I agree, but I've never seen Despicable Me 3, so I don't know if all of those characters are in it. I've never seen any of the Despicable Me movies. I'm sorry. That's fine. Number 2, Flint and Tim Lockwood, Sam Sparks. Reagan? Correct. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Reagan knows her movies. Number 3, Ash Christopherson and Rat. Reagan? Incorrect. James? Fantastic Mr. Fox. Number 4, Stoic, Gobber, Astrid, and Fish Legs. James? Correct. Let's see, math 4 parts in computers, so you don't need your pencil. Give these computer terms. Number 1, the general term for any program that allows web surfing. Bryson?
Search.
Incorrect. So a program for web surfing might be like Microsoft Edge, Firefox, Chrome, it's called a browser. Number 2, this set of patterns is designed to prevent computer damage if the monitor is on but inactive for too long. Drew? Incorrect. Bryson?
Microsoft.
No, it's called a screensaver. Number 3, this line shows where the next letter or character will appear when typed. Reagan? Incorrect. Jared? The cursor. Number 4, okay. This device incorporates a computer's central processing unit on a single integrated circuit. Drew? Incorrect. Paulson? Incorrect. A microprocessor. That page of questions changed the game over. 150 to 190. Closing in again. We have about 7 minutes to go. Can you close the gap completely? Science, 4 parts in life science. Answer these about amphibians. Number 1, besides the toad, this amphibian also has no tail as an adult. Drew? Frog. Number 2, amphibian larvae use these organs for breathing. Reagan? Gills. Number 3, what is the fish-like larva of an amphibian called? Colson? Incorrect. James? Tadpole. Is that what you're trying to come up with?
Yeah. It's in the back of his head.
Number 4, Where do amphibians typically lay their eggs? Reagan? I'll take that. They were just looking for water, but I think that's a confusing question. So I'll take it. Social studies, 4 parts in history. Name these original 13 colonies. Number 1, founded by Roger Williams. It is our smallest state by land area. Reagan, Rhode Island. Number 2, this colony was founded for Quakers. Sharon, incorrect. Olson?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is correct. Number 3, it included Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement. Drew?
Boston.
Incorrect. Bryson?
Virginia.
Virginia. Boston is not a state.
I knew that.
Number 4, much of its land area was once called New Netherland. Jared? Incorrect. At the time, correct answer is New York, because we were looking for the first 13 states. Ready for this? 190 to 10. Technically, it is 30.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Fine arts, 4 parts in music. Answer these about notation on sheet music. Yeah, Number 1. This is the more common name for the F clef. True. Incorrect. Bryson. Incorrect. F clef is another name for bass clef. Number 2. This curved line connects 2 notes of the same pitch over a bar line. Reagan. Incorrect. The note is held with the time value of both notes. Jared. 5. The blue arrows to set up the same pitch. Number 3. This accidental lowers the pitch of a note by a half tone. Wilson? Incorrect. Time, it's a collapse. Number 4. This 4-letter term is a final passage of music that brings a piece to its end. Correct answer is a coda. Can you show these are like 4 pieces of music you have right now that have codas? Oh, good.
I can tell Missy this was not happening.
Language arts, grammar. Listen carefully to the next sentence. We rode the motorcycle rapidly through the countryside. Number 1, what is the simple predicate in the sentence? Colson, road. I'm going to read the sentence between 1 and 2 for a real moment, so you can always write a lot closer together. So just to make sure that you keep fresh in your head. We rode the motorcycle rapidly through the countryside. Number 2, this word is the object of the preposition. James. What? Incorrect. Bryson. Incorrect. Countryside. We rode the motorcycle rapidly through the countryside. Number 3, the simple subject is this part of speech. Karen, correct? Correct answer is pronoun. Last one, we rode the motorcycle rapidly through the countryside. This is the direct object. Bryson, motorcycle. It is 2:24. So go to one more bonus question. Current score is 10 to 220. So we will go to one last set of 4 questions. It should get a little ugly here. So don't give me a reason to only give you 5 points for a question to get excited before the out. Science for arts and life science. Give the proper name of the young of each type of animal. Number 1, a horse. Reagan, a what? Incorrect. Time is a foal. Number 2, a wolf. James, what? Pup is correct. Number 3, kangaroo. Reagan, Joey. Okay, that brings us back to 220 to 230. You guys get this right, we go into a tiebreaker. So it all comes down to this last question. Number 4, a whale. James, what? A cat. That concludes our match. 220, 240. That was so exciting. Good job, both groups, both teams. Let's get ourselves cleaned up. And then you guys are back. Somebody's back on, I think, Thursday.
I think it's that.
Both teams. It can't be both of you.
It's all
I think it's Thursday is the next one. I'll get out of the way.
We all wore red. Yeah, I couldn't watch it.
Oh, it was an accident?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was an accident.
You guys got lucky.
I assumed that was on purpose.
No. Oh, yeah, because I walked in. Yeah, we walked in green. I walked in green. And then,